Hey everyone, I'm here to give you a little bit of yoga, but it's really more of a stretch. So this is going to be focused on standing up. So you're not doing like up, down dog, up dog. You're going to be mostly standing, and that's going to give you, it's going to give you a little bit of freedom in your lower body, open up your hamstrings, your hips, and then we'll get a little bit into your upper body and torso just to make you feel good all over. This is perfect before a workout, this is after a workout, or just any time of day that you need a little feel good. So without further ado, here we go. So just kind of shake it out to start. Swing your arms, swing your legs. And then, be mindful of your breath. You're not holding on to your breath or swinging side to side. A little bit of pivot. Just get a stretch on the outside of your obliques here, outside of your torso. Couple shoulder rolls. Hands with your breath. Relax. Find some space. This is your space, and we're gonna move. So, shaking out your heels, and then we're gonna take one leg. So I'm gonna right leg first. I'm gonna keep my heel down with my toe up, and just take my hands to my hips and gently bend forward. Notice here, I'm trying to keep my back flat with my shoulders rolled back, my chest coming forward, and just stretching into the back of my right leg, so my hamstring and into my calf. Some breaths here. You can come up and kind of shake it for a second, realign if you need to, and then right back down. If you want to, you can take your hand down onto your toe if that feels nice. If you want a little bit of a deeper stretch, take your hand onto your knee, but find what feels best for you. I'm going to hold this position. Again, come up if you need a break, but I'm going to hold this position. And you're just going to take your toe over to the right. So you're about like 2 o'clock, like if you were on a clock. So we went from midnight, 12 o'clock, noon, about 2 o'clock. And then this is going to get more into the outside of your hips, to your IT band. Stretching. And then up one more time to 12 o'clock. And then we're going to take this toe down, step your left leg back, and this is going to be at about 11 o'clock here. This is what we call pyramid pose in yoga. So you can bring your hands down by your hips, and we're just going to come down, flat back, find that space in your hamstring. If you'd like, you can bring your hands down to the floor for a deeper stretch. Feel free to adjust that back leg, bring it back more if you need to. This feels really nice in my lower back. If you've got a little bit more space, you can let your head come down. That's probably if you're at the end of a workout or end of a yoga flow within your yoga flow. But today I'm just going to keep my chest forward. And look up. And then step together. And you can drop down or bring your hands onto your knees. Let's get all flat back. And then round. And inhale. It's like a cat-cow while you're standing. And round. You're back to the sky. You drop your hands here if you'd like. And inhale. And exhale, bring it up. Shake your shoulders out. And then we're going to do that on the same side, on the other side. So same sequence, left leg. So we're going to stick that heel out with your toe up, and then just gently bend at your hip. So I'm bending into my right knee to make this happen. Move your toes. Bring some awareness to your body. Do make sure that your core stays engaged here. You want to just let it relax. You want to protect your spine. And then we'll bring, so going from 12 o'clock over to 11, 10 o'clock. I'm going to stretch into that hamstring. Oh, sorry, stretch into their IT band. And your hamstring. Getting both of these. It's really great for your legs. And back up. And stepping that right leg back. So this is on an angle. About 2 o'clock in that back leg, and this we're gonna bring into that pyramid pose. So coming down, flat back, hands can be on your legs. Think about squeezing your thighs together, and that's gonna kind of pull this hip back and this right hip forward. Give you some alignment here. You don't want to be sideways back here. And then if you'd like, you can bring your hands down, find your level, and breathe. Again, if you'd like, you can drop your head. See how that feels. I like a nice flat back here today. Ready? Step together. Bend into your knees if you'd like. You can just let yourself ragdoll. You can grab onto your toes. Little forward fold. Inhale, flat back. And so. And inhale, let's bring your arms up. And this time we're going to keep your hands together, flip them over. So with these flipped hands here, you're going to stand square with your feet under your hips, heels under your hips. We're going to stretch over to the left. You went to the right, that's okay. We're going to do both sides. Get some big opening in your right ribs. You can look down if you'd like. Maybe even up if you want to. Let's see what feels good for your neck. If you'd like, you can bring this left arm down and stretch a little further. You can like lean back to get more into your chest. And then bring it up. And inhale. Exhale. Hook onto those hands and to the other side. Try to stay even in both feet, even as you lean to one side. And breathe. If you like, you can bring that hand down. Make sure you keep that space. And back up. Hands up one more time. And this time you're going to clasp your hands behind your back. So it's a little bit more of a chest opener. So find what feels okay. If you can grab onto your hands here, if that feels like too much, you can just place your hands here on your lower back, or you can bring both elbows together behind your back. But what we want to focus here is opening the chest. It's kind of like a little baby back bend. So find your position. But what we're going to do is pull your shoulders back, chest up nice and high, and bring your eyes up to the sky if that feels okay. You really want to lean into it. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Come back up. Rest for a second. Roll those shoulders. And then we're going to bring your arms together behind your back one more time. Or hands together here. This time we're going to fold forward. So inhale and round. I'll bring it down. Stretch into your shoulders. Take a little sway, gentle movement back side to side. When you're ready, you're gonna drop your hands down. You have to toe heel your feet a little bit wider apart, so they're just outside your hips. And hook onto your elbows and sway side to side. Move the sides, excuse me. So swing, just a little baby sway. Shake it out. And then if your hands can come down to the ground, you can bring them down here, or you can grab a block or something. But what we're gonna do, or actually you can bring your hands onto both knees here, but what we're gonna do is bend into one leg and stretch over. Ooh, I just got a little pop in my hip. So you can bring both hands here. So make sure you're not pushing into your knee. You wanna stay structured in your upper body. You're gonna stretch in the inside of your thigh here. You might even feel this on the outside of this thigh. Maybe bring it up, shake it out, and bend into this leg. So here, or hand down. If you like, you can even take a twist. You can even bring this arm to the sky, if you like. And then we didn't do that on the first side, so we're gonna bring that arm down and we'll bend up and over to that side. So find your modification, either two hands here, one arm down, you can look, and bring the arm up. This will give you a little bit of stretch in your lower body, but also your chest. And inside of your arm here. Really important to stretch those areas. And see, I straighten my legs. And look forward and stretch forward down. And rest your hands here. Don't get caught up in how far your head is to the ground, or if you're up here, just grabbing onto your legs, that's okay. Wherever you are, if it feels good, it's perfect. We're just stretching here, no stress. You come down here. And then we're gonna come up, so you can take a flat back and come all the way up, or if you bring your hands onto your hips, come together, you can toe heel or step together. We're gonna come back, so we're about hip width apart. And this time we're gonna find something to grab onto if you'd like, but we're gonna do not a balancing pose, but we're gonna stand on one leg. So if you need some comfort, put your hand right on a chair, a wall, a person, a bench, whatever you got. But we're gonna slight bend in here. We're gonna start, right leg is gonna stay on the floor. And we're gonna bring this left foot into a little bit of more of an IT band stretch. So if you can, what we're working for is bringing the ankle on top of the thigh and chest up here, and we're gonna bend into that stretch. It's okay to grab onto whatever you need to grab onto. Bring it up, shake it out. Another side, you want to switch sides, bring your other hand here, you can. So, foot to your thigh. So I'm gonna freestyle it here, see how I do. Whew. And bend forward or bend down, hips are going back. I'm not rounded, I'm keeping my chest up nice and high, my shoulders are rolled back. You can take a little push onto your thigh, stay safe, stay good to your knees. Speaking of knees, make sure that this foot is not on your knee, on your kneecap. And keep it up here. So another way to modify this would be if you were sitting in a chair, you could bring your foot on top of your lap, like you're almost like crossing your legs, but it'll stay like this figure four. So just to mimic that, let's say I was sitting in a chair here, I would bring my foot on top of my thigh and just sit into my seat and feel that stretch here. Grab both sides, shake it out. We're gonna do a quad stretch now. So we're gonna keep that balance pose, single leg down. Find your handhold if you need it. Let's keep your right leg down. We're gonna take left leg back and reach for that foot or ankle. See what feels better for you. You can also, if you feel comfortable with it, if it's a little bit tight, you could bring like a strap, a belt, a tie, anything that's got some structure, loop it around your ankle and you grab onto it right there. You could also bring this foot onto a chair behind you and rest it. But you want to squeeze your thighs together, our hips are forward. You feel a nice stretch in your hip flexor and then down your quad. Make sure that you're not leaning over. Whoop. Yeah, don't do that. And shake that out. And one more, this side. So foot into your hand, find your space, find your support, find your buddy. This is our stretch here. Nice and tall in the chest. You want it to make this a little bit advanced, you're gonna bring this down to a dancer. So if I was hand onto your foot on the inside here, and you could lean forward that way. Again, that would be more advanced, but find what feels right for you and your body today. The most important thing. All right, some stretching our legs. I'm gonna finish out with our upper body. So shake, swinging them on and out. Let's leave them out, circles. And we're gonna left arm in front of your body. We're gonna give it a little hug. So hand hug right here. So I'm going straight across. Keep your shoulders nice and easy. You don't wanna hunch up. I'm just gonna stretch here in your shoulder. And switch side. Like we can do one more stretch of the triceps. So take this hand, like you're gonna touch the back of your lower part of your neck, and take this hand on top and stretch into that tricep. So you'll probably feel this here and into your lat, but also in the back of your arm here. Switch sides. Heel. All right, shake it out, and that's it. Just a little bit of movement, a little bit of stretch, make you feel good, and I hope it brought you exactly what you needed to have today to feel good in your body and your mind. Namaste.